finally get comfortable again with his mobility. Now remember, Dak is not a mobile guy.
But what'd it do?
Scoutable or expected to be. So this is kind of similar to an ankle version of what happened to Tyreek Hill. That's how significant this injury is, and unfortunately, it is not guaranteed that Scatterbo is the same type of player that he was yesterday. That's how significant this is. I'm a huge fan of his. I had him on a bunch of teams. I was a big advocate. I thought he could have been this year's Bucky Irving, but unfortunately, that just ended in one day. Wish him the best of luck. I hope this was just a dislocation and not a fracture. I hope there was no high ankle injury. So he
Between Molly leaving and Mom's osteoporosis, I thought life was going to slow down. Boy, was I wrong.
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and are at high risk for fracture, Evenity can help you rapidly build new bone in just 12 months. Evenity is the only bone builder that also helps slow bone loss, and it's proven to significantly reduce spine fracture risk.
She said the Evenity she's taking builds new bone. Builds new bone! So yeah, we still...
Hey guys, Dr. Morris, injury experts, heading into Week 8 Sunday night matchup. There were some pretty significant injuries today. We just saw Aaron Rodgers lose to his former pupil, Jordan Love, and Tucker Kraft made up for a lot of the other struggled today on
his pupil. Rodgers did not teach him anything.
Let's talk about who got injured. So the only quarterback that I could tell that got injured was Joe Flacco. He left the game briefly with a right knee sprain. He probably went to the back, either got a cortisone shot or a numbing lidocaine shot. Went back into the game. Unfortunately, wasn't enough. Justin Fields and Breece Hall, without their top wide receiver Garrett Wilson, still had a monster day today and managed to get their first win of the year. The biggest injury of the day was unfortunately Cam Scatterbo, a brute physical back, unfortunately right fracture ankle dislocation, likely secondary to a drop tackle as it looked like, and there's some rumblings that he had an open fracture. We call that.
Yeah, you good, girl?
The bone popped out of the skin. As a result, he had to go from the stadium on a stretcher immediately to a nearby hospital, and probably ended up going immediate surgery to clean that out and stabilize that.
Right.
Now, I did a deep dive on these on Chad, that scenario, which is, Chris Godwin from last year, but these are tough injuries, especially someone who's trying to be
Tough injury for Cam Scatterbo. Tough injury. Barkley.
He wasn't overly worried about it, and that he actually has a bye next week, so he could potentially come out of the bye and be good. Tank Bigsby would be the guy there. He looked really good today. Alvin Kamara also got injured today. It was hard to tell specifics. Maybe a knee, maybe an ankle. He's been banged up. I was a little surprised that despite him going down and not really playing much later in the game, they still didn't give Devin Neal any running plays at all, although they were down the majority of the game. Tyler Show came in for Bradford, who struggled this morning. As far as the other major running back that got injured today is Prince Judkins, playing by Jason, who looking good, 5 wins in a row at 6-2. The stud running back unfortunately landed on his right shoulder, similar to Joe Flacco, likely suffered a knee sprain. It did not look like a classic fracture. We would have heard about that already. It did not look like a classic dislocation. He was down a pretty big score, so not really working back into the game. They also have a bye next week, so there's a chance that really without any limitation. And wide receiver-wise, there's 2 guys that both suffered a concussion. Luther Burden, as well as Marvin Mims.
Damn, I had Marvin Mims. Ooh, excuse me.
Who had a really good day. No specific about he was coming into the game with a neck injury and he may have reactivated it or suffered a new injury as well. We obviously missed out Greg London this morning, a little bit of a
Oh, wait a minute.
reminder that was due late to
Easy.
Yeah, I was doing a...
either way.
I can't do that this morning.
Just not quite as quickly as you would like. And he didn't play today. You saw how awful
Good.
Kirk Cousins was today. They really need Michael Penix to be back. It just was a bad performance. Even John. All right, that's all I have for you. I will give you an update.
Atlanta lost?
Individual videos. We will see you heading into the week. Check out.
Yeah, there's a girl.
Time to say not so fast chronic kidney disease. Because if a progressive disease like CKD is slow, it's good. I know all about slow. That's why I'm here to tell you about Jardiance. It's a little pill. Progressive CKD disease, kidney failure, kidney dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor for symptoms of nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration, may suddenly worsen kidney function, and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use it allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So go on. There's not so fast CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance for chronic kidney disease.
I'm going to say, players when I say, thank goodness week 8 is almost over. It started early, so many players missing, injured, Armageddon, and it barely got any better here on Sunday. And of course, we got to start with the big one, unfortunately, Cam Scadaboo. Man, really, Cam Scadaboo? Come on, why Cam Scadaboo? One of the most fun players, looking like a league winner. I mean, even if you didn't have Cam Scadaboo on your fantasy team, you probably still like Cam Scadaboo. I mean, it's just fun watching this guy, right? The guy who can score a touchdown and then look for somebody to hit, right? Even if it's his own teammate. Such a fun player. What a brutal injury, of course. Season almost certainly over. I mean, definitely the season is over. You don't need to ask, like, he's going to come back. No, he's not going to come back. Let's just hope the surgery goes well tonight. And he's going to return healthy in 2026. Of course, Pierre will probably break this is a tough spot.
There,
Right? The
girl.
Patriots are a tough run defense, and they're always worth worrying that the Patriots were just going to win comfortably and game script them out. We'll never really know here because he didn't finish the game, of course. But again, another young player that you have and you're feeling good about. The fantasy gods are like, nah. You don't get nice things in 2025. And let's just keep it going with the young, exciting running backs who we may not get in 2025 anymore. What about Omarion Hampton? Okay, yeah, he's not even playing, so you're like, well, how can you be panicking on Omarion Hampton? Well, after the game on Thursday, still in a walking boot here, and now they're saying his return is an unspecified window. Like, what does that even mean? We could be looking, week 13, week 14, maybe never this season. I don't know. Not to mention, they're saying the Chargers are in the market for a running back at the trade deadline right now. They're trying to, bolster this room. Oh, and then we got to factor in the fact that Damani Vidal has looked good.
Yeah, he has.
Before Najee Harris got hurt with the Achilles injury, he was starting to come on. It was like Najee Harris is going to be the guy. I don't think even when Hampton comes back, he's just walking into a workhorse role anymore. Vidal has been too good. And again, we have no time.
They're going to have to keep him in, and I don't think Hampton comes back this year. I don't. Oh. Sell high on Omarion Hampton. That's crazy. What's good? What's good? What's good?
I have a lot of women postmenopausal saying that, well, my cholesterol's high all of a sudden and I'm gaining all this weight. After women go through menopause,
I wish Seth Rollins is hurt though.
so some of these underlying things are brought out.
Seth Rollins has a shoulder injury and had surgery. So he's not even wrestling. But welcome in. Yep.
You done good, girl.
We almost there, people.
And even the one game where he didn't, he got you only 14 PPR points, which isn't bad, but not the way this guy started the season. Hasn't scored. Did have a touchdown. He did drop a touchdown this week. I will say that. But the thing that worries me though is that nothing happens. Guys go through stretches like this. But the Broncos offense, he goes this week where they scored 40 plus points. In the fourth quarter of last week, the offense is playing one of the barely involved here.
Don't forget Wednesday I will be doing a marathon on Battlefield 5. Happy birthday. Alvin Kamara got hurt. Keep those comments coming. Appreciate it there.
Hey there, pal. Can you help me? Could use some help finding my way home. I can't make heads or tails of where I'm at. I live in front of the saloon next to the freight station. Do you know if I'm heading in the right direction?
Sure. Just head over that way. You'll get home fine.
Thank you, mister. Certainly do appreciate it. Certainly do.
I want to see this lady at night. Time is it? Oh, she might be out here.
Miss?
I hate this damn rain.
Craft need it. We need craft. Hello, ma'am.
Hey there, Cal.
There's supposed to be, some girl that's killing people. Lady of the night or something like that. No.
Give me another drink. Shit, right here.
And I hate to say it, but it seems like the Rico ride is over here. Chuba Hubbard out-carried him by 4 this week, despite, again, Rico Dowdle averaging 2.8 yards per carry and Chuba averaging 2.8. I talked about it on the secret.
Let me see if I can go up here.
I said, look, yeah, Rico's been better, but I really feel like Dave Canales prefers Chuba Hubbard.
Anybody in there? No.
Dave Canales prefers Chuba Hubbard. And of course, when it comes to passing, I mean, neither guy caught a pass here, but Chuba did have the only target in this game, and Chuba did.
Can't look in there.
This is a problem because even though Rico's been so good, it doesn't matter.
Can't get in there.
Prefers Chuba Hubbard for some reason. So unless Chuba Hubbard goes down with injury again, we're probably not going to see. I mean, we're certainly not going to see the Rico we saw over that 2-game span where he was a beast. But even still, what Rico are we even going to see here? Because he's only going to get more and more behind Chuba Hubbard here as Chuba gets even healthier. Another thing I talked about, like I think Chuba's going to be healthier this week. Going to see more run.
Howdy.
And he did. And
Mister.
he's probably going to see more run again next week and the rest of the season as long as he's healthy. So Rico still has some value because again he hasn't been running well, but that value is very minimal right now. Just like barely more than a handcuff at this point. But a running back whose value is completely taken a hit is Tony Pollard ever since Tyjae Spears has come back. This has not been very good. Hasn't had more than 11 carries in a game since Tyjae Spears come back this week. Only 2 more carries than Tyjae Spears. Obviously, Tyjae Spears preferred passing down back here, 3 catches to 1, 3 targets to 2. And what do we see? Tyjae Spears was better, 6.6 yards per carry. Granted, a lot of that was on that long run. But Tyjae Spears also got the touchdown here. And you can say, look, because they're playing from behind. Well, guess what? It's the Tennessee Titans. They're going to be playing from behind almost every single week this year. So you cannot feel good. Again, Tony Pollard, another guy, started the season great. Looked like he was going to be a great fantasy pick. But
And again, I can't find that lady.
just seemed too much of a split. And especially for this offense, like, how many chances are these guys really going to get to score
Wait until morning for what?
Baker Mayfield. I usually don't talk about like quarterbacks on this video because it's like it's quarterbacks or whatever, but Baker Mayfield was looking like a no doubt bet for good quarterback. But over the last two games, only one touchdown and one interception. Hasn't thrown for more than 228 yards. Even this week against the Saints, 153 yards and no touchdowns here. They didn't give you any rushing yards this week. And what's weird is like last week in that game where Evans left, he was missing Evans. The connection to him and Evans didn't look great. And then later in that game, he missed
Hey there, mister.
what could have been
Mister?
touchdowns. This week, that connection to the Cooper just didn't look like it was there again. Like Baker Mayfield just looks off to me the last week. After all, maybe all that MVP talk got to his head. I don't know. Like everybody thought, oh, MVP, MVP. But he was not certainly not looking like an MVP the last few weeks, and it's affected pretty much the entire offense here. I'm not panicking about a Buki yet. I'm going to talk about him a little bit later here. Not panic just yet. We'll see coming out of 5. But I'm certainly being nervous about Baker Mayfield, and I don't think you just consider him like a strong start anymore. Maybe even a strong start. We need to see something change with Baker Mayfield. That's why we need to talk about Jerry Hughes, the Phoenix, no catches, 2 targets. Like, come on, man. Yeah, you're not going to talk Jerry Hughes. Like, you even need to watch with Jerry Hughes anymore. I don't think. All right, now let's get those Chargers. Yeah, they're going to be down this week, but you should not be panicking about them. And let's start with Bijan Robinson and Christian McCaffrey. What are they doing talking about these guys? I don't know. Despite Bijan Robinson playing like Dolphins, somehow they got rolled. He did nothing this weekend. CMC only did a little something this week, but come on. These guys get a pass. They're going to be fine. Don't panic on these guys, please. I'm going to say no panic just yet on the team now. Remember, 2 weeks ago, he went off. Last week, or this week, okay, yeah, he did go off, but we've seen him be mostly good
Yeah,
here.
that's my girl.
Because of the involvement of Jackson here.
That's my girl.
Look like that again, but still, I'm not ready to panic on Keenan Allen just yet. And I talked about it right there with Luka. I'm not ready to panic yet, but I'm getting a little nervous here because, like I said, this is now 3 straight weeks where he's been very underwhelming, despite basically no Mike Evans for almost 2 full games here. And a big part, like I said, was
There we
Look at
go.
what we stacked! Thought she starts, buddy! I told you he'd show! Alright, babe, let's introduce ourselves!
Easy. It's all right. Good girl.
Next week, not on injury report, he's good to go. He's mostly been good. I wouldn't panic on going into the game just yet. All right, there you go. Those are the guys you should or should not be panicking on if you got them on your fantasy team right now. But of course, we're going to have way more content for you this week once we win that week 9 matchup. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, take 1 second, hit that button. We greatly appreciate it.
It's a Tennessee Walker. I don't want to revive it.
Using the internet shouldn't be confusing. It should be based on how you live. Whether you're a casual streamer, a tech-forward super user, or a smart, do-it-all-from-home caller. New products designed for how you live. That's G-Fiber.
I definitely wasn't gonna lead them back to the camp. At first, I didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Dumbass. You're alive? That's good.
It was a good fantasy day. Those bullying guys came through. So you had streaming options that you had to pay to use. They definitely came through. This was fun. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, this is not bad. You know, look, Steelers still haven't played, so I'm not that mad. I did clear out a whole box of Kleenex because I was crying tears when my guy Cam Scatterby. I mean, I've been one of the staunchest Cam Scatterby supporters of, you know, anything in this offseason here, and really sad to see him go. We will talk a little bit about how to replace him, but
You can't replace somebody like that, I don't think.
did you see it? Hopefully you were able to look away because it was gross.
I saw it. I did. It was immediately like it can't, like running back injuries for me are
Just getting it off you, girl.
There you go.
their rookie contracts on a premium. Hope everything goes well so that they can get that big one. It's just
Oh, thanks again for that book,
especially
Arthur.
the way that says
I left something for you
yelling
over
with
by your
Jackson
tent.
Dart and Cam Scatterby, just this dynamic duo here that was starting off perfectly and then it seemed to deflate the entire team.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I didn't think that this game in Philly was going to be what the Thursday night game was. Obviously, Thursdays are weird. They've been weird all year. But I expected Philly to win. But, man, yeah, this really took the air out of the sails of the Giants. You could see it. Obviously, he's going to miss the entire season. I've seen this injury compared to Aiden Hutchinson's last year, Alex Smith's infection, hopefully. He doesn't have to deal with that, but that was the big one. Obviously, if Deepak was here, he would, you know, maybe tell us a little more in depth, but we know this dude's out for the whole year, so it's going to be Tyrone Tracy, it's going to be Devin
All right, here we go.
more about how to replace Cam Scatterby, but we had a couple of other injuries as well, Sarah. Saquon left with a hamstring. He said post-game, he's good and he's that because they had the lead. We'll see. Hamstrings are tricky and weird. What are your thoughts on Saquon for the next?
Yeah, I'm the same
I want
way.
to try and upgrade everything that I need
They
to.
feel fine right after, and then it pops up. You practice it. It doesn't.
How did you get on, Herr Morgan?
The only issue here is
Fine. Our accounts are up to date. Sad sacks, a lot of them.
Good, very good.
My pleasure.
Well, if it's pleasure you're after, there is one other. This farmer preacher.
maybe looking and seeing if Tyrone or if Hank Bigsby is out there and whatnot. Unfortunately, like you're just gonna have to take a leap of faith.
All right, what the fuck I do over here? Where the fuck am I?
For Cunningham, I sacked him 27 times. Randall Cunningham ran it 27 times. Oh my, they're having nightmares about you. Have you gotten to golf with the basketball GOAT, Michael Jordan? There's one thing about Michael you gotta understand. That's something to take a look. I've beaten this one time. He's down about 19,000 or something. He wants to double the last hole.
not a good spot. At least he is barely banged up. We're gonna take his word for it before the bye week, so hopefully he'll just be rested up and good to go, but you never know. Quinshon Judkins also left with a shoulder injury. The entire Browns offense looks pretty miserable today. I guess it's not that big of a shock, but this guy has been providing us a lot recently, and that's, Saquon had the bye week anyway, but Cam down, Saquon injured, now Judkins hurt too. It seems like some of these RBs are dropping like flies here, Tara. What are your thoughts on Judkins moving
How
forward?
much for ammo?
They just go straight to him? Do we think we mix Sampson, or is it maybe just more passing because those guys have been ineffective?
Yeah, I don't think they can do more passing. I don't think they want to go that direction. Unfortunately, or fortunately, maybe again, it depends on if you're saying, hey,
You know what? Donate.
We got another week 9 bye here. Our running back
See what we got to donate. I don't think I got much.
exactly what the severity of the injury is there. But yeah, the good news is that I don't think anyone's going to be fighting you for options on the waiver wire. It's going to be a lower priority there. If he's out, you technically do have 2 sample-ish games, 1 full sample, 1 a partial sample of what this offense looks like with no Quinshon Judkins, and it is a committee. It'll be a committee. You want the one that is going to catch the passes. They both have that capability, but the slight edge does lean towards Dylan Sampson. He did showcase better and more usage in terms of being a pass catcher and was the more productive one in the first game, and the partial little second game where Judkins was only in there for a limited amount of snaps there.
Yeah, Junkins got hurt too.
Sampson get more receptions in this game as well. So yeah, that's one you could put a little waiver claim in on Dylan Sampson, but we do gotta see how this plays out with Judkins.
Yeah, the wire's been pretty barren for RB, so there will be some to buy this week, that's for sure. Any fab left, I have a couple spots where I'm just bone dry. Out of fab. I had too many Joe Burrow shares go out early, so I spent it on bad quarterbacks, and now I have no money left for regular quarterbacks. I have no money to buy Joe Flacco. I had to spend $9 because my last $9 in fact, that someone cut Dylan Gabriel. Because I wasn't sure if Justin Fields was going to start. Then Justin Fields started, and I started him. So, but we also have Luther Burden go out with concussions. Daniel Bellinger went out with a neck injury. So, Bellinger, who knows? He's not the biggest fantasy asset anyway. Probably just a nice bump for Theo Johnson. Luther Burden was kind of hitting his stride, and then we thought he'd get some decent cards after Luther Burden left. So maybe this deals up for more if Luther Burden, that is, misses a week, right?
Yeah, I think that does make sense. Unfortunately, we did at least see some evidence that someone could pull away. It's been a while since we've seen anybody really having a strong fantasy day. At least we did get that from Roma Dunze. The offense is still shaky as a whole. We've got inconsistency from Caleb Williams. But yeah, it's a way too many assets to throw to from a fantasy perspective. If we can narrow it down, that does make it a lot easier for us.
All right, well, that's all the injuries for now. We are going to hit storylines. We're going to see who we're panicking on. We are also going to answer your questions at the end of the show before Sunday Night Football starts. And before we dive into the action here, let me just remind you guys that we have a giveaway. That's right, A.J. Brown jersey giveaway. If you want a chance to win a signed A.J. Brown Eagles jersey for free, FREE, courtesy of our friends at theteamoptions.com. All you need to do is
how are you holding up?
Not very well.
I'm sorry. It'll get better eventually.
Follow us on X, Instagram, or
Haven't received anything from you in a while, Mr. Morgan.
All right.
We'll be announcing a winner on the podcast at the beginning of next month. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you can be alerted when new episodes are
Remember, you won't find something like this anywhere else.
All right, Tara, let's get into some storylines. And we're going to start at number 1 here, Cam Scatterboo. How are we going to replace my man Scatterboo? Because, like we talked about before, the waiver wire has been absolutely barren and sketchy.
Keep my eye out for some good material.
You have to send a bunch of your fab to get anybody. I feel like it almost has to be a trade. Although, Tyrone Tracy is 48% roster on Yahoo. I looked at the aggregate on Fantasy Pros, 41.4%. So he's hovering right around 50%. There is a chance that he your wire, so it's him by a million miles. I guess what do we...
Yes, Miss Grimshaw.
One of the girls saw that friend of yours, Mary Gillis, sniffing about.
Mary?
Yes. I never liked that woman, Mr. Morgan. Funny business. Dear Arthur,
I think this is the scout place.
All right.
Morning, mister.
Let's see what I can craft.
If there's no Tracy, is it Singletary? Are we just looking to trade some depth because there's nothing on the wire? How do we go about replacing an asset that has become one of our automatic starts every week?
Yeah, I will say that with Tracy, because he would have been dropped inconsistently throughout these, don't assume that he might not be on your waivers just because he is higher roster. We saw some crazy drops happening this week as people were trying to, push through the bye week and massive bye week and all of these injuries. So he might be out there, so just double check there. I don't feel, we got a big play from Singletary. I just don't feel like that's the direction you want to go. I think there are a lot of interesting buy low trade candidates here, or buy mid trade candidates here as well. So I think you're right. Going the trade route is probably the best route to try and replace them back.
And do you think it's going to cost you, like, to get an RB3, do you think it costs you wide receiver 2 because of the thinness of the running back position, or do you think it's more fair, maybe you have to add a kicker, not an actual kicker, like an add-on, do you have to add on, like, something on top, a tack on to get this instead of trading like two decent assets instead of one much better asset? Or do you think, hey, look, that's just going to be the going rate because the wire is thin right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think that makes sense. I mean, you could also look at trying to trade for one of these wayward RB2s that have been bouncing back lately, and maybe someone's thinking that they're selling high, like on the safe round. Someone who has been sitting through misery here and think, hey, maybe this is my opportunity to get out of it. He's had a big
Good.
sell high.
Some of them here that treat me all right.
To move on there and maybe go that route. Yeah, you're buying at a little inflated price here, but you're still getting a pretty hefty discount in terms of what his actual value is. And at this point, with Joe Flacco, the way he has opened up this entire offense has been truly incredible. Not just the pieces, I mean, just being able to turn around multiple weeks where Chase Brown has looked the best he has this all season by far with Joe Flacco. So I trust it at this point to be able to make that assessment.
Yeah, he went to the locker room for a second at the end of that game, and I think everybody went, oh no, not Jay Browning again, but he came out and finished the game. So you mentioned him in the injury. We're assuming he's going to be fine for next week. Let's talk about some buy or sell on...
I'm very into my crafting at the moment, Mr. Morgan. I'm very happy to make you something if you bring me the right materials.
Their first win, obviously, for Aaron Glenn. 502 yards of offense today is incredible. Obviously, Cincinnati not providing much on defense.
I'll need you to go find me the right materials before I can make that.
Their defense is rough right now, but Fields, 244 yards and a touchdown, also ran for 31. Breece Hall had 2 scores. Isaiah Davis looked good out there. Mason Taylor caught a touchdown from Breece Hall. He also threw one. Tyler Johnson had 3 catches for 64 and a score with Garrett Wilson down and everybody else down for the Jets. So, is this a Cincinnati week? Or is this, hey, look, maybe